So when I go create a team, it goes like this. Now, it depends on how your school's done it. Sometimes schools will pre-populate teams and build them out for you, and as a teacher, you'll be allocated it, or you might build one from scratch. 6 of one, half does the other. Building it from scratch, you then have to bring the kids in, but if that's done with your school, you should be able to add them really quickly. But if it's done from an admin level, it's already built for you, then you don't necessarily have to do this. So if I come to create a team, I'm going to come across to here. It's then going to come up and say, look, you've got these 4 options. Which one do you want to do? So a class team is specifically for your kids and you. So as a teacher, this is the one that you'd be building, because when you build it out, it automatically gives you the capacity to do a OneNote class notebook, and all the students that you add to the class will be added to that class notebook straight away. So it's a really, really nice way of being able to do it. If you've already built a class notebook and you've got that sitting, you can then link it in through the tabs into your class as well, so you don't have to reinvent it. So just be aware you can do that. Professional learning community might be for you and teachers. So it might be the maths faculty, or it could be the year 6, 7 team, or the middle school team, or the junior school team. Could be one PLC, a professional learning community. So you can build those up like that as well. The staff team could also be an alternative for you, but the staff team, when it builds out a OneNote notebook in that, it builds a staff notebook. The same functionality in terms of your posts, your chats, your video calls, and those kind of things still happen in every single one of these teams. It's just the way it builds out the class or the notebook in OneNote for you. And the other one might be a study group or a football group that you're building as well. So that's the difference between them. So I'm going to go and build a class because of the fact that that's probably what you're going to do in most times. So let's come to the class one. Click on that. I'm just going to call this Aisa delete. Not that I'm going to delete Aisa, it's just that I'm going to delete this at the end. So this is a demo one. I can put in a description in here. Demo, cool, like that. And also down the bottom here, you'll see that it says create a team using an existing team as a template, which means that next year or next term or next semester, when you maybe have a new class, but you've got this team that's just structured really well, it's got all the tabs in it, it's got everything that you'd like it to be, it's got the right channels, you can use that as a template and it will just copy it and put the new permissions on it. So it's really good. So once you've got one built, you don't have to reinvent it every single time, which I think is just terrific. But I'm going to start from scratch because this is what a demo is all about. If I then go next, it starts thinking about it and it will build it. Now, it does take a bit of time to do this, so don't be too upset if it spins for a little bit, because at the moment I was reading the data about how many people are creating teams and how much stuff's going on in the background at the moment, and it's absolutely nuts. So don't be too worried if it takes a bit of time. When you get to this window, you then can add your students and your teachers to it. Now, if you are using groups in your school, so your admin has set up email groups and groups within your domain or your environment that you're in, all you need to do is type the name of that class and it will populate. So if I had a year 7 class, it was a group, I could type in year 7 and it would come across automatically for me. If I had a group called year 9 or class 7G, I could do the same thing as well. But in this one, all the students in this demo account are all individuals. And so all I need to do is start typing their names, and you'll see that they will appear here. So I've got Al Fredrickson I can add. I've got a couple of, I'll go, another student is Alex Wilbur. I reckon I've got a Adele. I reckon I've got a Jennifer too. Well, Jennifer's a teacher, but I won't put her in there. I've got a Jonathan. I've got a Jamie. And so I can just keep on adding these one by one. What you can't do in this spot is you can't just grab all the names off a spreadsheet with their email addresses and drop it in here, because Microsoft needs them to be separated as you bring them in. So that's why it's really good to have your groups done in your admin. So you might ask your IT guys to do that. Or once again, once you've added all your kids one by one, you only have to do that once and then it's always set up for you. You can always add a kid afterwards if you want. But I'll show you another way where you can get your kids in without having to add their names one by one. I'll just go to my teachers. So let's pretend I've got a couple of teachers that I want to add. Let's see if I don't want to add Adele as a teacher. I want to bring in Alan, who's a principal. Let me go through. Yeah, I'll grab Alan. So Alan's a principal or a teacher as well, and he's going to team teach it with me as well. So I can have as many team teachers as well. Once I go add, it will build it out for me, and then go close. And it's already done, ready for me to go. I can upload class materials when I get to this page, and I'm ready to roll with it. A couple of things that you might want to look at in terms of the way in which it's set up is you'll notice because I'm in a school channel or a school team, I've got posts, files, class notebook, which has already been built for me there, assignments, grades, and then a plus. And these won't be populated, the assignments and grades won't be there, but I'll take you to another fake class that I've got that will show you afterwards. So the makeup of this is ASA delete is the name of my team. This is a channel underneath it.